Good morning again. We got some more paperwork to do. Oh my god, I gotta go back to them urgent care. Tell them I need this signed by the doctor and then sent to fax to Solar World. And then I have another piece that I have to go into Solar World and send in. I gotta clean up this front area, mow this yard. I have to move some of this firewood over because my supervisor's coming over this week so we can work on his car. Anyways, I'm gonna head out. Looks like my neighbor's finally got his truck running again. Things keeps dying and shit. Oh, there's my garage door opener. I can't even see it. I kind of like this garage door opener because I can set it right in there and it'll just sit in there snugly. Sometimes. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh. Tricked it. No, I'm kidding. I'm not Bell's T-Max. 32 degrees. That's nothing. Oh man, that Dodge needs to get out and move a little bit. It's just been sitting. I think we're gonna do a tire rotation video on it because the front tires are getting down a little skimpy there, and the front one's got lots of meat on them, so we might switch them around. So I think we'll probably do that today after we do this paperwork. So we got some stuff to do today. Well, I'm kind of bored and I want to figure out where the cabin air filter is on my car. No real smells or anything, but just something I want to know where it's at for a future reference. I can tell you it's not under the hood at all. Some cars have it right on the firewall. But this guy, or excuse me, on Hondas, you open the glove box, take your two pins out and drop it down. And then back in here you have two little things, but that's not the case. Apparently, I think it's under here somewhere. I was just watching a video on it, and I want to. This car's got almost 15,000 miles on this, and I want to see if that filter's any dirty. So I'm gonna see if it's in there. See if there's any dirt and debris in there. Probably wouldn't hurt to change it because I've been really sick the past few weeks, and I've been driving in this, and I kind of want to disinfect it, you know. But that's just me. Okay, it might be a little hard to see, but up in here, you just have to remove this panel here. This is like a kick panel. There's nothing really much under here, just a little vent. And then back here, actually right here you have your heater core. Now those are pretty warm. And then back here, there's a little clip at top. Up at the top, you just push on it. The top will release, but this kind of being a Ford, a tool will be required to undo the screw that's down here. Yep, little cross point. Okay, so there's two screws that are hard to see. The whole goddamn center console just falls apart. It's like, son of a bitch. I like the Honda setup better, but I didn't want a Honda. So you got a sensor. And here should be your filter. Oh wow. Got some crud in here. This looks kind of shitty. If it's not too spendy, I might go pick up a new one. This one doesn't even look like a good filter. And I think there's just one filter. So yeah, I'll go tap this out, and then I'll go find an AutoZone that has one and go buy a new one. it's not too bad of a job to do. It's, you know, like, it takes 5 minutes. It's about the same time as doing the Honda Civic, I think, because I just did my friend's 05. And this little cover here. This actually pops out really easy. You don't feel like you're gonna break it, so you just kind of pull like that, you know. I'm not worried about replacing that filter right now. I'll probably replace it maybe when I get paid again. This should only be 15 bucks. I know it's not too big of a deal, but it does seem kind of dirty. Now I wonder if this car's got a cabin filter. You want to see how dirty it is? And I checked the air filter on this a while ago. It was a little dirty. I'm gonna pop in a new one when I get paid. I'm gonna get one of those little performance drop-in ones. Anyways, I'm gonna go back inside. Then we'll play with this here in a bit. Apparently our 03 Intrepid and 09 Flex do not have a cabin air filter. Which is funny because I think the Intrepid was a $30,000 car. This was close to 50. And this doesn't have an air filter or a cabin filter. You can double check. Seeing as my mom left the damn thing unlocked. Oh boy. Talk about filthy, huh? I think we need to clean my mom's car. Now, there's more than likely not going to be a cabin air filter in this. And there's this kick panel here. I might look in the manual and see if it does say it has one. I don't like the keypad on this. What the fuck? I think I might get this thing out for a drive. I think we should probably peel that off. This thing needs to get clean. I might clean it for my dad and get this thing nice and clean. I don't know if I'll wash it. Kind of pointless. This is probably one of our... This is probably our second car in about maybe 20 years that we've had major issues with. Not major issues, but, you know, little things.
And the prize for a cause charity.
Oh, shit. Okay, so this car feels weird. Okay, that's a little better. Like, a little clickety clackety, but oh yeah, there's that sound. All right, let's see if my camera's got enough juice to do this. I see an ODOT truck over there. Might have to keep this thing down a little bit. I just opened this thing up on the highway a little bit, got her up to about 80. She took off pretty good. Blowing that carbon out. Really? All these cars are making right-hand turns. Fuck. Now I'm not gonna be able to floor it. Maybe a little bit. Incident response. Hey, they might come in handy. Come on, battery. Sometimes it's good to, when your car sits a lot, to really open her up on the highway. get some carbon out. Woohoo! If you're wondering what the white specks are, that's when we dehaze the headlights. Training fluid, I'm just checking color. I know it's up to level. It's actually still pretty good. Nice and purple. That grayish stuff is just grime that gets on the dipstick. See? It's nice and purple. You want your transmission fluid to be about purple, pinkish on Dodge applications, and Fords you want them red, and I believe it's the same for Chevy. Before the transmission was done, we bought new tires for this, and we bought nice, I believe they're Toyo Torivo luxury touring tires, and a lot better than the ones that we had before that. And they've held up pretty good. I think we got it, I think they're like an 80,000 mile tire. The front's probably got about half the tread they had when they were new, and the rears have quite a bit actually. And I think the one thing that will benefit this car a lot is if it get a steering alignment, because it's never had one. So you have to give this car some credit. It's never actually broken down on us. It's just we've had a overheat issue because the coolant bottle blew up, and we had the tranny go out, but it didn't go out completely. It still drove. It just wouldn't shift right when it got up to a high gear. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and put this other tire on, tighten the wheels up. I'm gonna go do the other side, and then I'll let this camera charge for a little bit. It's funny how when you raise it up and set it back down, how funky the tires get. That looks a little better. I've got everything nice and snug, just the way it was when it came, just before they came off. Now we got our rear tires up at our front, and our front tires in the rear. I did notice a couple of things with one of the tires. They have like a little red dot that usually gets aligned with your Schrader valve. Well, there's a few of them that quite aren't lined up, so I think that's why it shakes just a little bit on the highway. For the most part, it is right smooth, but there's some speeds that you'll notice a little bit of a vibration. But yeah, she looks a little happy now she's gotten out on the road a little bit. And we got, if I read the thing right, we got tires that were on the front had about 6 millimeters of tread, and then the front ones had a millimeter more. Or the ones that were the rear had a millimeter more. So now we got a little more meat on the front. The front passenger side tire was a little bit worn out more than the others. But yeah, it's gonna need some shocks and a steering alignment. Which we may do the steering alignment. I don't know if we'll ever do the shocks. It almost seems like it'd be a waste because in 2 years, you know, it's gonna be you know, out of here and we're gonna have something different. So I might do it. I might pay for them just to do a video on it. They're, you know, it's like $400 for the parts, and then you know, $60 for a tool to do it. Something I might think about doing. Anyways, I'll clean this car out a little bit, and maybe I gotta vacuum the front seats on this thing here, or the front parts of the floor.